Welcome to my random YouTube channel. I personally don't know what is exactly the point of me making this YouTube channel. So today we're gonna talk about stereotypes about what people have, like foreign people have about Indonesian. I personally don't, I've heard a lot of stereotypes from my foreign friends and I've heard it before too. But so what I'm gonna do, actually I'm gonna look up on internet to see what are stereotypes that people have about Indonesian, and I'm gonna talk about it. So it's not about like I'm gonna say it's right or it's not, because it's like I think it's subjective, and this is just like literally I have to say it. This is all my opinion, so there's nothing right or wrong. I might be wrong, like I'm just probably rambling, I don't know. Anyway, it's like more like I agree or not agree with the stereotypes, okay? And I'll give you my grain of salt. Is that the word for it? I think someone told me that word. See if we can come up with a lot of stereotypes about Indonesian. So let's do that. Give me a second. Okay, the first one is Indonesians are very conservative. Now, it doesn't really explain here like what does it mean by conservative? Is it like cloth terms, or is it like generally being traditional? But I would say agree. We do have a very traditional value here doing our daily like stuff, daily life, in terms of clothes too, because here in Indonesia we still do hold end up holding so much to our religion, to our culture, and that is very traditional. As you guys might know, East culture, we do have a very strong traditional values. Like I personally am not really that conservative person in terms of like wearing clothes. Actually, like it's not like I wear anything crazy like revealing or anything like that, no. But I would like wear something like a crop top, for example, like a little bit like mini skirt and everything like that. Would my mom sometimes will tell me like, "Are you comfortable wearing that?" She would let me wear everything, anything, but she's just like sometimes concerned about people would stare at me. So in some cases, and in some places, you're not gonna get punished. You're not gonna get like, "Hey, change your clothes" or anything like that. No, but you might have situations where people stare at you because it's like an uncommon thing to wear anything like revealing like that. But again, it was like in Surabaya, in Jakarta, in Bali, it's a different case. You could just wear anything and people would not mind you. So it really depends, but generally, yes, we are conservative in terms of our value. Also, okay, actually, I will have like a good example too. Like most of the beach here, beach, do I pronounce it right? Because I don't want to sound rude. Beach. Sea. Except it's in Bali. This is like as much as I know. Okay, like except in Bali, like places in like beaches in Indonesia, you would not commonly see people wear bikini because it's like not so conservative for us. Like for example, where I am, like where I'm at, we have a beautiful beaches here, a lot actually. There are gonna be a place they're gonna separate like places. They're gonna be like a place that is like for foreigners, and then like if you go to the area, then you would see foreigners wearing bikinis and all that. But in general places, in general beaches here, you would not find people wear bikinis because it's like, I believe, related to conservativeness. Like wearing something revealing is not common thing here. But so that being said, it's again agree. Next, Indonesians are always late. I don't know how to feel about that. If you're talking about personal, actually, like I'm not really a punctual person. So yeah, for me that could be right, but I do have actually a lot of friends, people, family, relative, like a lot of people in my circle that they're actually very disciplined. They're actually like very on time, and they're basically like very crucial. So I guess I would say no, because it says Indonesians are always late. So that's not true, but actually, if you want to talk about like generally, like if you're talking about like personal, then I don't think it's the case. But if you're talking about like, yes, in terms of our service here, in terms of like scheduling appointment, you will encounter that many times. I personally encountered that many times, like that type of situation. So yeah, for that it's a right, but it's like if it says Indonesians are always late, then that's a no. Next, Indonesian, they speak bad English. Do I speak bad English to you? Just kidding. I do. I do. I don't know what to think about this, because personally, in my circle, my friends speak good English. I mean, don't ask about like older people, like my parents, like all the elder, like, I mean, educations back then was not as good as what it is now. So my mom doesn't speak English at all. But my friends, they speak good English. I guess I would see. I guess I would say agree, but I would like to rephrase that. Not that we do speak bad English, but I guess the number of people who can speak English are less than the people who can speak English. Anyway, so yeah, I'd say agree. But next, most of foods are unhealthy in Indonesia. What are you guys talking about? Okay, there's this like, what is 4 sehat 5 sempurna in English? So, which like in Indonesia it's called 4 sehat 5 sempurna. So it's like 4 healthy, 5 perfect. How to interpret that in English? Basically for like, so it's like they campaign to have like 5 type of food, which vegetable, fruit, rice, protein, and the last one is milk. But milk is just kind of like an additional, like if you want to be like really healthy, additionally it's good to have milk. So these are the example of how food served in households in Indonesia. As you can see, protein, vegetables, fruit, and you're gonna take your rice and you're gonna take these foods, and we serve it in a family size. Oh, this is triggering me. I heard a lot actually. The next one, Indonesia is inside Bali. That's disagree. That is so not true. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna be hypocrite. I'm not mad to the people who think so, because I personally suck at geography. I suck at that. Actually, just a few years ago that I actually just figured that Paris is not a country, it's a city. Yeah, I guess it makes sense that like, because like Bali is actually very famous, and the reasons why it's like a little bit triggering me, like, because even celebrity, I think I might be wrong, Katy Perry or like Justin Bieber, or like some, like the A-list celebrity like from Hollywood thought so, and I was like, yeah, we should do better. Indonesia, let's go! Indonesians are either Balinese or Javanese. This is I personally heard it a lot too. And for someone who's not Balinese and Japanese, of course I'm pissed. Just kidding. Yeah, but I heard it a lot. I guess it's for very many years in Indonesia, it's sort of kind of like a Japanese centralized. So like things like most of the things happen in Java, like the industry, economical, even like the capital city, which is Jakarta, is in Java island. So I probably could understand the reasons why people think so. Like people outside Indonesia think so, but no, okay? There are so many ethnics in Indonesia, and it's not only Japanese and Balinese. Like I personally am proudly Torajanese, which is not in Java, which is not in Bali, is in Celebes, and we have hundreds of other ethnicity in Indonesia. So that was 100% disagree. Next. Indonesians are uneducated. I don't really hear it. I haven't really heard it before. It's kind of surprising for me, but I don't think so. I would say I very disagree on that. The reason why actually in Indonesia, like people are obligated to have at least 9 years of education, so up until you graduated middle school. So yeah, and to be honest, like I have been visited like many rural places in Indonesia because I used to work at the NGO before, and my parents actually kind of, they're from rural places, and so far I see people have educations, like they go to school. So I mean, I guess in every country they will have places or like some unreached, place where education is actually hard to get or hard to attain. But if you're saying like in generally are we like uneducated, that is not true. So I would say disagree. Yeah, we're not uneducated. I don't think so. So that's a disagree. Next, Indonesians are poor. I would like to say it is actually indeed a social issue in Indonesia. I actually just recently found out a fact about Indonesia. So the highest 10%, actually, let me look it up to actually like, I think it's like it's either the highest 10% of the most richest people in Indonesia, or the 10 people, the highest 10 people, the 10 most richest, the 10 richest Indonesians. The 10 most richest Indonesians. God. The 10 richest Indonesians can cover 100,000. Actually, let me look it up. Give me a second. Okay, this is I got it from theguardian.com, an article from theguardian.com, and it says that the 4 richest men in Indonesia own as much wealth as the country's poorest 100 million citizens. Yeah, the inequality, like the difference obviously is huge. So are we a poor country? Not really, but we do have that issue. So with that being said, for the issue, it's a social issue. It's not like we're generally like we're a poor country, but in social problem in Indonesia, we do have that problem. So that being said, I would say somewhat agree. Somewhat agree. Next one, I don't know, number what is this? Like 6, 5, 7? Bribery is a common thing. Is it like every country have bribery and corruption? No. Why is it only Indonesia? I mean, I'm not trying to make it look bad. I have to be honest. That is the truth. And again, and I have to tell it again. This is all based on my experience. I personally just like experience it a lot of time. Which, to be honest, sometimes I speak up like it's just to the extent that it's just beyond. I don't have any excuses on that. I would not say it's a culture. Again, I do believe that happens in every country. Like every country will have like bribery happen. Don't you think, guys? I don't know. But again, based on my experience, is it a common thing? Sorry, I have to say that because again, that's based on my opinion. Indonesians are too extrovert. This stereotype is very common in foreigners, but since they see many people in Indonesia are brave enough to ask many things to a stranger, while in Western, asking hello or hi is enough. They're too extrovert. I don't know about that word, but I would say agree with the explanation. Only because we are actually like pretty friendly. Like, if you're a foreigner here, and then you would go to even like places in Bali, which is like in Bali, there's still like they're a tourist spot. Like you basically see tourists every few steps. Even so, like the locals sort of like are still mesmerized to like look at foreigner in a good way, and they're like, oh my god, you visited my place, and then like they're just like, hi, hello, how are you, like what do you do. They even like sometimes ask to take pictures with you. Fact, like you might find it uncomfortable, but seriously, in all honesty, they don't have any bad intentions. They just find foreign people to be like exotic. Like it's like the Western people probably think Indonesian or Asians are exotic. It's the same too. It's like when they see like foreigners, they're like, you're good looking, you're like very good looking, we want to take pictures with you. So yeah, we are extrovert. I don't know if that's the right word. We are friendly, I would put that, but if that's what it means, then agree. Okay, next one. Indonesian people, they believe in superstitions. Agree. My experience, I would have people that have like they're very educated, like I know some professors even they still believe in superstitions. It does have something to do with the culture, maybe because like we have a very thick of believing our culture here, like our own each culture, because like we have a lot of cultures here in Indonesia. We have like hundreds of ethnicity, and each own has its own culture, and then like on the culture itself, they have like superstitions. I keep saying this so many times. If you like want to follow every superstitions in Indonesia, you would not gonna leave. Like basically like don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Too many like superstition. Like I would give you some of the example, like, and I personally experienced that. Like I had, so like right in front of my house we have like this sort of like a little shop of, and like I remember my mom was like cooking, and my mom was like, God, how can I forgot like salt? And I was like, easy peasy, I can just like buy it for you. And I was like, my mom was like, huh, you think so? You cannot. Like she was cooking like in the evening, so it's like, 7 p.m. I think. And it's like, you think so? You think that you can actually like buy me salt? I was like, I can just walk right in front of the house and buy it in that convenience store. And I was like, huh, you think so? I was like, yeah, I'll do that right now even. It's like, go ahead, I'll wait. And I did win in front of like in front of my house at the convenience store. And I was like, nice, like, hi, I want to buy salt. And like the lady all of a sudden become upset, like her face was like upset. And I was like, I want to buy salt. And she's like, no, I didn't sell salt. And I literally sewed the salt at like, what is it called, like at the, you know, like, what is it, drawer, whatever you want to call it. Like, I sew salt. I saw that they have salt. So I was like, what are you talking about? Salt, like that salt, like salt for cooking. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, salt, that salt. It's like, no, I don't sell that. I don't have salt right now. And I was like, that one? And I was like, no, I don't have salt. Do not ask me that. I was like, okay. And I just came back home and it was like, and my mom was like, where's the salt? And I was like, I had a very weird situations happen. Like, I went to the convenience store in front and I asked for salt. I literally saw the salt and they just didn't want to sell it to me. And my mom was like, that's the reason why I dare you, because I know for a fact they're not gonna sell it to you. I was like, oh, there's like a superstition here. If you buy salt past 6 p.m., that's gonna be a bad luck. So that's 1. 2, you know, like in front of the door, like the door at your house, you shouldn't sit there, because if you sit there, you're not ever gonna get married. You're not ever gonna meet your soulmate, or yeah, you're not gonna get married. And this is something that is very still common thing in Indonesia, at least where I am. And there's so many superstitions. You cannot sing while cooking, because you're gonna end up getting like a very old guy. You're gonna end up marrying a very, very old guy. That type of superstition. And don't clip your nails in the evening, because it's gonna like make your parents die. Don't also like open the umbrella inside the house. It's also gonna make your parents die. What else? There's so many superstitions. You're not gonna leave. I personally, here's the thing for me, because my dad already passed away. I don't believe in superstitions at all, but when it comes to something related to parents, I do not do that. Like, for example, like clipping your nails at night, or like opening umbrella inside the house. I don't do that, just because, like, dude, I only have my mom left. I shouldn't laugh. It's actually pretty sad. Like, I don't want to take any risk, even though it's like sounds stupid for me. I personally don't really believe in superstitions myself, but again, when it's related to parents thingy, then I would just like, it's not gonna hurt me to follow anyway. Other than that, I don't follow. But generally here, people, they do believe in superstitions a lot still. Alright, so that's the end of our video today, because I actually ran out of any stereotypes here. Like, that's it for today. Maybe if I can get more in the future, I'll make another part. But thank you so much for watching my video. I would like to say, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. But do I actually provide you guys a good content? If you think so, then please do so. Thank you so much again for watching my video. Please tell me if you have any idea of anything about Indonesia that you would like me to talk about, or you would like me to show you guys around. If I can, then I would like to do that for you guys, because I'm like a very not busy person. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. I'm gonna like end this video right now, and see you guys in the next video. Bye. See ya.